She's all I've got in this world, but it's all the man that I need. Girl, what is the tea? What is up, honey? We are down here, girl. Girl, we really don't have nothing to talk about, and I haven't watched Married to Medicine yet. I have not been in the mood to make a fucking video at all. When I tell you at all, I've been up here like, what is there to talk about where I won't run? Everybody I want to talk about, I'm a drag them. I don't care if I've loved them forever. I've just been in the mood to kind of drag people. I don't know if it's the full moon in Leo, but I've been wanting to drag people ever since last week. That's why I didn't make too many videos last week. Because last week I was so negative and mean. Negative and mean, honey. They were like, Erica, maybe it's the full moon. Huh. Well, what else could it be? Because, girl, in Leo at that, fire starter, hellfire thunderstorm, bitch. That's how I was coming through. That's how I was coming through. I didn't want to be bothered with nobody. But over the weekend, I was like, even with all the shenanigans from down at the Pink Castle, honey, the Pink Castle, the queen of the castle is running through there like a chicken with her head cut off. She is really shook, scrambling. They had them shook. What did she say? You wanna sex on me? Overbite? I'm the motherfucking wrong. Overbite. Yes. What she say? She down there acting a plumb fool. A fool. And can nobody stop her? Not even that man, honey. Somebody said, y'all need to leave her alone. She loves that man and she ain't never going to get a divorce. Ain't nobody asking for a divorce, but let me tell you something, bitch. You married to a rapist and a murderer, every step you take towards me, you done already lost. You done already lost, bitch. So keep coming forward. Take another step, you lost. Take another step, you lost. Take another step, you lost. As long as Megan don't ever marry a rapist and a murderer, you gonna always win, boo. Always. That's the gag. That's what's really sad about it. That's what's really sad about it, because nobody's ever really come for Nicki about her husband and being on the sex offenders list. Nobody's really, we've made jokes about it here and there, but nobody's ever put it in a rap song. Nobody's ever documented in history that your queen is married to a rapist and a murderer. And she down there talking about 1 foot, 2 foot, red foot, blue foot. And then she came out with a single. They said this is the first time in history 2 female rappers have been in the top 5. But it's like, no, it's not quality versus quality, because what she put out was not of quality. I wouldn't have put nothing out. And Megan better not respond. You know why we down here to talk about this? Ain't nothing really else to talk about. Ain't nothing really else. Because if I talk about that little girl who had a career as a track star before she got involved with a little simp trying to be a pimp down to the hood, yeah, she went and got a tattoo of his face on her. I don't want to talk nothing about her because I don't have anything nice to say about that delayed child. Nothing. She in the classroom with 2 other people and the other person is a teacher. Right, exactly, in the bungalows. Anyways, back to the Pink Queen, honey. Her fandom, ignorant. She encourages it. They're ignorant, beyond ignorant. I don't understand how these people, have you not grown up with her? Like, if you loved her since elementary school or junior high school or middle school, your brain capacity hasn't matured yet to see that something isn't right with how she moves, and you're still like going rah, rah, rah for it, to the point where you're threatening strangers on the internet. Nicki Minaj doesn't know that you exist, and you're ruining your life over a person that has no clue that you are breathing, has no clue who you are. And she encourages it. Barbs, get them. Girl, what? And then the word on the street, they calling y'all barbarians now. Y'all ain't even barbs, like the cute little meanie, like the Ken dolls and the barbs. Now y'all are being referred to barbed wire and barbarians. That ain't cute to me. I wouldn't even want to be in a a fandom in a group like that. Mm-mm. No, thank you. No, thank you. So she came out, she was on the internet, like she's literally been spiraling. And it seems like she's been waiting for any reason to come after her. Now, apparently they're trying to say it has also something to do with Beyonce because she knows better. I think if any group of people are a little tad touched, a little bit more touched than the Barbs, is the Beehive. The Beehive seems to be a little bit more mature in their tactics, but there is a group of the rogue beehives, the rogue hive that will do whatever they want to do just because it's in their nature to be disgusting human beings. Like this, it really is not. It's them encouraging, like Nicki Minaj encouraging her fans to do foul shit is like not only feeding her false sense of importance, but it gives the image of an evil ruler down there telling all the barbs to attack people. I love that one. This one girl down in the internet says, honey, I'm in Alabama. I got 3 German Shepherds and a pistol. Come play if you want to play. Because your mama will be making t-shirts with wings and clouds on them, fucking around with me. That's why I said I couldn't be like playing with these people like that. Come to me with some bullshit in the name of, on behalf of Nicki Minaj, and see, don't you leave out of here with a zipper over your face and a white cloth draped over it. Y'all want to play? That's how y'all want to play? Y'all want to get ignorant? Niggas can get ignorant. Don't get it twisted. You think because somebody is not sticking up for her, they can't get as ignorant as y'all and lay all y'all on your backs? And for what? Imagine dying for a woman who has no clue that you exist. And that if you did die, her day would go on as if you didn't exist. Because to her, you don't exist. And you're out here doing things on behalf of her like you don't have no brain. Like your brain is made of fucking sawdust. Like you're the fucking scarecrow if I only had a brain ass motherfucker out here. Acting like a juvenile. And then when they actually move into action, get the right person who will move into action and have your IP addresses and all that scanned and have a knock at your door, and then it's all of a sudden, oh, I'm trying to get through college. No, motherfucker. Hello, motherfucker. You wanted to be going up for Nicki Minaj and threatening people's lives on behalf of Nicki Minaj. Let's see how your life works out for you then. Hopefully you won't wreck it completely by marrying a rapist and a murderer. Girl. So a lot of the girls said they didn't know what Megan's Law was. And I'm glad everybody knows what it is now and why the bar was so good. It was so good. It was so good. You're not mad at me. You're really mad at Megan's Law. You're really mad because your child will never, ever be able to have a birthday party at their house. You're mad because your child will never, ever be able to have a sleepover. None of his friends will be able to come to your house. None of them. Unless their parents are ignorant and low down in the gutter. Seems to be the kind of company y'all keep over there. So they might. But it's against the law to have your children around this woman's husband. That's against the law, girl. Can you imagine attaching yourself to that? Thinking that that was the fucking prize only so that you can have somebody protecting you? Oh, I need a goon to protect me. Girl, like I said on the internet, until Nicki Minaj apologizes to Little Kim and stop acting like you came up with your entire little persona yourself and you didn't, nothing really right can come of you. Nothing. So I don't know if marrying the rapist murderer was just a self-sabotage. Let's just take this motherfucker down and hit the nose to the ground. and blow all this motherfucking shit up. But now you put out this rap that is whack, and at the end of it, you're like whispering and talking. I'm like, this is crazy. This is giving you. This is giving cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It really is. And it's like, it's sad. And, you know, like somebody said today, it was Bondi Blue at first who said it, but then somebody came and I added to it. Hold on, let me go to the tweet. Bondi said, shout out to Bondi Blue. She said, when you really think about comparing Nicki to Meg is stupid. Nicki is her elder, first of all, meaning she's famous. She's been famous for longer. Second, Nicki had Young Money and 100 features to help solidify her queendom. Meg hasn't been doing this by herself, for the past 7 years. And I said, not only that, she's, referring to Nicki, is from an era where only one woman at a time was able to be the quote unquote queen. She didn't even have formidable opponents on her rise. And this is the reason why the men in hip hop hate Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, all of the women who represent the circumference. I can go around you niggas right to the internet, to social media, and make my own name for myself. I don't need none of you niggas. They hate it. They hate that they can't control this narrative where women in hip hop don't get along, as if men in hip hop get along, as if men in music get along. Hello, New Edition. Hello, Temptations. Hello, TDG or whatever the fuck that group that Tyrese's old crying ass was a part of with Johnny Gill and Tank. Hello. So I'm glad we have moved away from the era where only one woman can be on top at a time. Nicki Minaj symbolizes the end of that era. Cardi B symbolizes the beginning of a new era where all the women can eat. And no one is being regarded as the queen of, and that you have to kind of go through in order to get put on. Another theory is that she's mad because WAP did better than whatever song Hot Girl Summer that she did with Nicki Minaj. WAP did way better. WAP literally was a cultural reset out this motherfucker. They had Norman Bates, Ben Shapiro reading the lyrics online, which is always a hoot. So we're not going to act like Nicki Minaj wasn't in a opportunistic position. She had the opportunity to be the only one. Every award show where there was a female rap category and Nicki Minaj was one of the nominations, Nicki Minaj was going to win. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew it. It didn't matter who the other people was. In fact, when they would nominate other people, people would be like, who? Who is she talking? Who are they talking about? The only recognizable person, because men made sure she was the only one pushed to the front, and everybody else, hold on a second. Nicki is up right now. Nicki was the last one of that era. Cardi B, hip hop, that used social media, that used the internet to develop her fan base. And then you had these men where she could have got stuck fucking with self, fucking with these niggas who only want to fuck. They only want to fuck. They don't give a fuck about your career. They only want to fuck you. That's it. And now the women don't have to go through these men for anything. If a woman is still going through a man trying to get into hip hop, you're on the wrong road, sweetie. It's a new day. So Cardi B symbolizes that. Yes, women were influenced by Nicki Minaj who are rapping. But if it was left up to Nicki Minaj, none of these bitches would be nominated. It wouldn't even be a show where just women were being nominated in the rap category. If Nicki Minaj could help it, none of these bitches would eat. None of them. Because she's stuck in an era like an old ass broad would be, stuck in an era where she has a false sense of self, where she has this false sense that she's running shit, when it was actually the men who were pushing her to the front and pushing all the other women to the back, all of the other qualified women to the back. So now she's stuck in that. She's stuck. And for her to add Bigfoot to her anthology is actually sad, it's pathetic, and it's depressing. Little Kim didn't even go out like this. Because I remember, like I said, I'm old enough to remember the way y'all was trying to push Little Kim around after she got out of jail. And Nicki Minaj had copied every fucking thing Little Kim put out. Everything. And it's been documented. So we're not going to play these games. And now she expects these women to, quote unquote, go through her. They don't have to go through her anymore, or anybody, or any man who represents Nicki Minaj. And that's the truth. And now you have Bigfoot added to the list of your number one hits. This raggedy ass song. It's not because it's good, Nicki. It's because everybody stopped to see the train wreck. Come on, girl. Y'all be talking to these millennials. Talk to Gen X about Little Kim and how Nicki Minaj came through, and how they built Nicki Minaj, this thing around Nicki Minaj where she was the only one. The only one. And now you have actual competition. And by the looks of it, sweetheart, you ain't measuring up. You can change your voice 15 different ways, but what you put out is what we have to go by. And look at what you decide to contribute to hip hop at the beginning of 2024. This is your contribution? Because you're mad because a woman is rapping and sounding good and looking good? You want to say who she fucked, who she lied on? Who have you fucked? Who did you lie on? Who did you block? Huh, Nicki? You want to talk about Megan Thee Stallion? I can't imagine she's in any position to try to block anyone from doing anything. You surely are. But the seems like the girls are not drinking the pink lemonade, honey. They down in Houston with the hotties. And you going out like this. It was actually depressing to watch. I was like, even with all these shenanigans, everything that's happening online is still boring. I could see if Nicki Minaj came back with if you've been waiting this time, like it literally looks like you've been waiting for Meg to do anything, to say anything that you think is about you. And you over there in your castle running around like a chicken with a wig off. And then mad because somebody's talking about your family. You the one married him, bitch. Didn't nobody tell you to marry a murderer and a rapist? Nobody told you to do that. Nobody. And if they did tell you to do that, this is what they wanted to see. Is you looking like a plumb fool down to the internet. Over what? They ain't mad at me. They mad at Megan's Law. You should be mad at Megan's Law. Isn't he in trouble now because y'all try to get around that without making him notify the people of their new address? You're a high profile rapper, actor, producer, I assume. And this is how you going out? You mad because don't nobody want to invite you to their parties? Even though they dealing with predators and rapists and murderers in their parties, but they won't invite you because you actually went and married like a street nigga. Girl, what? This is the litter. This is the lot you chose to pick from. Out of all the lots to choose from, you went to the junkyard and got you a nigga. Girl, you couldn't say nothing to me. Bitch, let me tell you something. If I was a rapper going against Nicki Minaj, bitch, you couldn't say nothing to me. Everything you say to me, I'm just going to say something about your association. You lay down and let a rapist and a murderer come in you, bitch. You can't say shit to me. Nothing at all. God forbid a broke nigga come in you, but a murderer and a rapist, you lay down and open your legs for that? It was moaning and shit. Girl, I don't know what else to tell you, girl. And then somebody said, but she single-handedly ushered in an era where all female rappers could coexist and thrive. She influenced all of them. She might have influenced them, but she did not single-handedly usher in an era where all female rappers could coexist and thrive. That's not true. That's categorically false. I said, not too fast. Cardi B did that. Nicki didn't usher anything the internet and social media weren't about to do for women in hip hop. Cardi B symbolizes that. She does. She said, she responded back. Cardi B? By the time Cardi dropped Invasion of Privacy in 2018, Nicki had already been running mainstream rap with the men for 9 years. Thank you. Yes, with the men. She was the only woman, right? You know how there's only one black comedian allowed at one time? There's only one female rapper allowed at one time. Never in the history of female rap have we seen a 9-year era where only one woman can shine. Right, because it's never been done, because men were the gatekeepers of that. Men profit off of the idea that women can't get along. Men profit off of pitting women against each other. We can't keep downplaying her influence. And I said, this is not about Nicki or Cardi. This is about an end of an era. One woman at a time, to all women can eat. Let's be clear. Nicki Minaj would starve these bitches if she had the power people think she has. She would not allow it to be more than one woman at a time. She's very much male identified. She's very much a nigga, Nicki Minaj. In all her pink, that's a motherfucking nigga you dealing with. A male identified woman, yeah. That's who you're dealing with. That's why when she came out and responded to Megan, it was all about, oh, you lied about fucking. Anybody in their right mind would lie about fucking Tory Lanez. No one in their right mind would stand on any square and brag about fucking a munchkin, bitch. You would have to put me on a stand with a book of fables, Aesop's book of fables, and put my hand on that. I would have to be in a court of law to admit that I fucked Tory Lanez. That doesn't negate the fact that he shot her. Yes. Because what a male identity would do is put you in a situation where you would protect your abuser over yourself. Women do it every day. So yeah, she lied about fucking a munchkin. I would too. Any woman in her right mind would lie about fucking that nigga. You'd have to put me on a goddamn stand in order to tell the truth. Why do you think she went after her in that respect? Why do you think she went, oh, you fucked your friend's, your best friend's man? First of all, Meg and Kelsey strike me as two women who pass niggas around. You know how niggas pass y'all around and don't give a fuck? Yeah. Women do the same thing with niggas. Community dick niggas, yeah. That y'all get passed around too. And notes are compared. Trust. So why do you think she went after her? Nicki Minaj is a man. That's a man coming after her. She likes to throw the woman card. How dare you? And then you talk about the girl's mother. To me, I don't give a fuck. I come from an era where motherfuckers was getting killed over beefs. So you talking about somebody's mama, that don't mean shit to me. But if we're battling, I don't give a fuck what you say. But the fact that Megan is not saying a word is just chef's kiss. I'm not going to say nothing to you, bitch. You lost already, according to the law. You lost. Nobody is denying Nicki Minaj's influence. The girls didn't have anything else to go by. You can only consume what's being served to you. And if only one female rapper is being served to you over almost a decade, who do you think is going to be of influence to the girls coming up? Nicki Minaj. That's why Jermaine Dupri, all the men, Timberland, all of them got shit to say about the women in rap because they have no control over it anymore. None. They can't control it. They can't control these girls putting their shit on SoundCloud, making their own videos. They can no longer say, give me some pussy for a beat. And this idea where men are writing for women as if women aren't smart enough to rhyme words together and rap on a beat, we gotta throw that shit away. So and so is writing. If anything, it's a woman writing for a man. If anything, if anybody's getting help, it's the men in their ways of creativity. It's a woman helping them creatively. I said the men in rap and hip hop hate that they can't gatekeep anymore. They can't pit two women rappers against each other anymore. Social media and the internet took that away from the predatory behaviors of men in hip hop, fucking for beats and fucking for a bar here or there. If you're out here and trying to be a woman in the entertainment industry, specifically rap, and you're going through a man, you're already on the wrong road, sister. The men aren't needed anymore. They're not. So get a clue, okay, and stop letting these motherfuckers use you. I said it's no shade. But why do you think she likes Ice Spice? Because she raps like there were 3 of them in a classroom, including the teacher in the bungalows. She likes who she knows won't surpass her. Who are you, first of all, to name anybody the princess of anything? Because your queen title is a little forgiving. It is a little forgiving. It is. Because the truth is, there are other rappers that are women that can rap just as well as Nicki Minaj. They were just never given the opportunity to, because again, it was only one woman at a time. And I've been saying this for years, that Nicki Minaj is the last of an era where there's only one woman at a time. Cardi B symbolizes the end of that era where more than one woman can go at a time. Also, Cardi B knows that she is never skillful enough to actually be the queen of anything. So why not make money with other women? Why not get on songs with other women? Why should you maintain this idea that women can't get along? Women can't encourage and support each other in hip hop? Why feed into that? Why give that more life, Nicki? Because you a nigga. That's why. And I like Nicki Minaj. I mean, I like her when she's when she's on songs with other people. More, I like those verses more than her by herself, because she gets in a very competitive mode and goes dumb. But at the end of the day, there are other women just as good as her, and Megan is just as good as Nicki Minaj. And if Megan wants to be the quote next queen of rap, she needs to not respond to this wild woman who's doing cartwheels and somersaults in the public square for everybody to see that she's lost her fucking marbles. Anyways, y'all, that's all I got to say about it. I hope Megan doesn't respond, and if she does respond in a rap. Nicki Minaj is spiraling, and it's not a good look. It looks crazy. You look crazy. You look like the crazy old woman pushing the cart with bells on her ankles, mumbling old raps to herself, trying to hold on. Al Bundy. That's what I said the other day. I said, you're really giving Al Bundy, like back in my day when I scored the winning touchdown at the homecoming, girl. It's over with. It's safe to hang it up, because the mere fact, if you look at the game, if you look at the chessboard and you aligned yourself with a rapist and a murderer, you can never ever win. You can't win. You cannot win. And somebody is always going to have something. You're an easy read at this point. You're an easy read at this point. And nobody won't invite you anywhere with the rest of the rapists and murderers. They won't invite you anywhere because you went and got a nigga out of control, an imbalanced nigga who has never known how to control himself. A loose cannon you've married, who's capable of rape and murder. Ooh. Yikes. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.